You're tuned to K-Squid 90.7 FM and streaming online at ksqd.org. Coming up next, Exploring Santa Cruz. Welcome to Exploring Santa Cruz. My name is Jean Kratzer. I'm your host for today, and my guest is Paul DeWorken. Paul is a native of Watsonville. He's an artist, a muralist, a teacher, and, as you'll hear for yourself, someone who uses all of his skills to build community. Paul, was there anyone in particular who inspired you to become a muralist?
I was more inspired by cartoons growing up, really. Saturday morning cartoons was my thing, and I started trying to draw my favorite cartoons. My mom and my dad, they saw that I could actually draw something, and they went out and purchased me my own art kit, and what kid doesn't like to color and draw and stuff, so I continued it from there. And then as I was growing up and being exposed to more art, honestly, I would really think that what really got me going was all those years watching Bob Ross on PBS, you know. Learning how to paint with Bob Ross on PBS is what set me off, I think.
I also wanted to ask you, could you describe the flag of Watsonville? Because you were the one who designed that flag.
The flag was a silhouette of a bird flying through the air. Down below, there's a gradient of blue that goes into like a sandy color brown to represent the coast. So you got the sand and the ocean. And then the top half was a gradient of different color greens to represent the hills of like Mount Madonna and the Pajaro Valley kind of thing, you know.
You were quite a young artist at the time.
I was just barely beginning any kind of career in art. The flag itself was my first opportunity, and I was really grateful and honored that they gave me that chance to do that.
Could you describe for us one of your early projects, the one that was called the Mural Alleyway Project?
The Mural Alleyway Project was just an idea amongst friends and community members. And what we wanted to do was we wanted to put more art here in Watsonville. We wanted to beautify the city of Watsonville through the art, and we figured what place would be better than in the alleyways. The alleyways themselves don't really get any traffic going through, people going through there. So, of course, there's trash back there, there's graffiti back there, you know, and we figured how cool would it be to go in there and clean up the alleyways and add some murals if we could. If not, at least give it a makeover and get rid of the graffiti. So what we did was we went around this one alleyway. We went to all the homes that created the alleyway, and we asked if they would like a mural. Some said yes, some said no, but they all loved the idea. And when we did our first event, we put it out in the newspaper. We told them what we were going to do, and we were inviting the community to come out to help us. And a lot of people came out. The people in the homes, they came out to help us. The kids that lived in that area, they came out and helped us paint. And everybody was just excited to the point where after it was all said and done, the people that lived there, they would park their vehicles in front of the murals just to protect it so that nobody would graffiti those. And I thought that was really neat. Like all of a sudden, it's like everybody was kind of being more protective of what's being done in the alleyways. And then as we were painting, I remember that there was also kids that came outside, not only to watch what we were doing, but they started playing outside, and there was laughter, and the kids participated. So did the parents and the homeowners. You know, everybody came out, and we also had help from Watsonville High students and other students from surrounding schools. So it was really, really neat time, and it was one of the first times where I noticed how well this could work for ongoing projects, for future projects of mural painting and getting the community's involvement in it. It was really neat.
That was back in 2008, I believe.
I think so. And that was the start of my whole mural painting career too, was that year.
So that was an important year. And then I think there was another project called the Movable Murals that was celebrating the 150th anniversary of the founding of Watsonville. Were you a part of that as well?
I was one of the first artists chosen to participate in that project. The idea was to have murals be put up and then have them hanging and on display for a short period of time, and then have them forever changing. So we would have different artists come through and put up new art for people to enjoy and to see. I ended up painting a piece called Sea Life. It was an image of octopuses coming together and kind of like helping each other out, you know. If you look at it, it's a mandala piece. So it has a lot of circular motion and patterns to it, and it's a mirror image. The idea behind the piece was to just really show the beauty of our sea life that we have here through art, and you know, it's bright colors. It is cartoony, you know, again, going back to the cartoons and stuff, but that piece there was painted not just by myself, but with the local kids and community where I live at. People came out and helped me paint that. So every project that I've ever worked on has been a community effort and a lot of fun.
That theme of you involving the community in the creation of murals seems to run through your entire career. And there's something else that I'd love to have you describe for us, because it's based on that same theme. I think it's called the Annual Community Mural Paint Day.
Yes, so it's Watsonville Community Mural Paint Day, and it happens once a year, usually during March, and it's during the UCSC's spring break. There's a program at UCSC called Alternative Spring Break. And what that program does is that it provides students who are on spring break something to do. Instead of students just staying indoors in their dorms or something, this program gives them something to do, which would have them come outside and get partnered up with the community. And they've come over to Watsonville quite a few times since I started working with them, which was 5 years ago. I know that they come into the schools here in Watsonville, and they help with school gardens, help to maintain school gardens. They come over to help within the community of Watsonville to do some kind of cleanup or learn about something, anything that they can do to really assist the community during their spring break. And I think it does apply to their college graduation. I'm not too sure on that, but it wouldn't surprise me if it didn't. I mean, I think it should. I was contacted by one of the teachers at Watsonville High School the first time around, the first year. Word got around that I do murals, and so this teacher contacted me, wanted to get her students involved. I thought that was a great idea, and so I secured a space where we can paint. And our first year, we ended up painting this new fence that was being built over at the police athletic league here in Watsonville. That was the first year that I met the UCSC crew and teachers and all that, and very nice people. They all came down. They were very excited, and honestly, the first year I didn't know what to expect because it was our first time doing it, but so I was a little nervous, and it was funny because I was giving a little speech trying to explain, all right, guys, we're going to go in here, and we've got this blank wall. We're going to put something up. I have no idea what's going to happen. And everybody was kind of laughing, like, all right, hey, as long as we get some paint on this fence, I think we'll be okay. So then as the project started, I started from one side, and then a friend of mine who's another artist started on the other side, and we just started painting in outlines of butterflies and little scenes of Watsonville and things like that. And it was just all outline work coming together, and we're meeting in the middle. And throughout the day, I started to notice that different people were starting to arrive to help out. And I did promote the event through social media and the local newspaper. So as more people started coming, also different artists started arriving as well. And it was just like an organic thing that just started happening where we had some outline already painted on the wall. People were like, oh, yeah, I'd like to come in and help. And I was like, sure. Give them a brush. They start painting in the design of the mural. And then other artists came in with some other ideas, and they started putting up their ideas and the outline work, and the students and the participants there started painting it up, and we got this whole fence line done. I think we were done by like maybe 1 or 2 in the afternoon, and we started around 9 a.m. And it was a really long fence. I forget how long it was, but I was pretty impressed by the amount of work we were able to do in a short period of time.
That's amazing. Were you able to do it again this year?
No, COVID-19 hit us, and we had to postpone the event, just for everybody's safety.
Yeah.
Our plan for this year was that we were going to hold the event over at Calabasas Elementary School and paint murals in their garden area, but also after talks with the principal there and some of the staff, he mentioned that there was also this wall that we could paint on, but since it didn't happen this year, we're going to go ahead and save that and hopefully pick it back up for next March.
Hopefully, yes.
Yeah.
You've shown over and over again that art in general and the murals in particular can really be a way of bringing people together. Even people that have life experiences or lifestyles that are different. And that seems to be a theme that just runs through your whole career. And it's really inspiring.
I really get excited when we do a project, and it's not just me. It's this creation of many people, many minds coming together to do something positive. And I think that alone right there is a big motivator for me. The Mural Alleyway project, even though we don't really hear about it too much, it really is still there through my small business, which is Monterey Bay Murals. And everything else that was started in the beginning, it really has all just come into this small business, and which leads me back to what my dream was, or what I hope for the future, is to create an art hub here in Watsonville, to have a safe place where students and community and people can come and gather and share ideas and make more art and just have a lot of fun, just be happy through the arts. And have a place where not only it's a safe place, but a place that people can come and learn. So maybe have like stations set up where somebody wants to learn how to print T-shirts, we can show them how to print T-shirts. Or maybe somebody who comes in and says that they want to become a sculptor or something, and we have an artist who's already sculpting stuff and can maybe run a class like once or twice a week or something like that, just in this art hub alone, like to share the knowledge of different art forms to students or to community members who want to learn. But I feel like it's something that's needed here in Watsonville, where people can go to this place just to have a good time, just to have fun, hang out with friends, art and entertainment, listen to some music, maybe create some music or make some music, just that general idea. And that's kind of my little dream there.
You also mentioned something about a traveling art book project. What's that all about?
Yeah, so this is something that I've been contemplating since, I think I've had this idea on the back of my head for about 3 years now. It's not an original idea. This is an idea that started in the graffiti community amongst graffiti artists, where they would carry a black book around, a black art book or a drawing book. There was like 2 ways that I saw how it was being done. One was every time a graffiti artist would meet a new artist, they would hand them the book and ask them if they would be okay with doing an art piece in their book, kind of like as a memento for them, something that they could take home with them and say, man, I met this guy here and he did this in my book, and it's something personal for them. Another way that I've seen this work out is recently through YouTube and through the computer, and that's that this one artist sends an art book out to different artists, Now he chooses the artist, and all that, and has the artist draw a piece in this drawing book, and then that artist will send the book back to him, and it just keeps going like that. But the stipulation with that is that whichever artist is working on the book at the time, they have to video record themselves doing the piece, and then do a time-lapse video of it to show the whole process, and then post it on YouTube as well. I think it's kind of neat because it gives somebody who has never seen that before the experience of how it happens. And now my idea was to incorporate all that and then have artists from the area here, from Santa Cruz County, Watsonville artists, Santa Cruz artists, Aptos, Capitol, everybody, like involve everybody. And what I mean by everybody is not just artists, because it seems like the idea has just been artist to artist to artist in this black book. What I want to do is get this book going and not only give it to artists for sure, but I want to extend the invitation to anyone and everyone. Anybody who wants to draw something, to write a poem, or do whatever they want on a page for this book, they can participate. So even a 4-year-old can participate, and even somebody who's 90 years old can participate, right? Doesn't matter. Even if you don't have an art background, how cool would that book be if it just traveled around in the area and it'd be filled with different people's ideas and artwork. And what I want to do in the end is, once the book is complete, take digital copies of it, but I want to be able to donate to the library for educational purposes and also for inspiration for other people to view. And maybe they can have a better idea or be inspired to do something out of that book. Just never know. I want to get a collection of art in this book from all walks of life here in this area, from Santa Cruz County, Monterey County, Tri-County, here in the Monterey Bay, and then gather the collections and then donate it to the library.
That's an absolutely brilliant idea. I certainly hope that comes about.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we just had some donations. An artist came and donated some books for the project, and I'll be talking to the Arts Council here pretty soon about it, too, to see if we can get some additional funding to see if we can purchase some cameras or something where we can do both ideas into one, which is we've got the book, we've got the cameras. Let's get you let's get you making some art and draw and get creative, and we'll video record it and YouTube it.
Fantastic.
Basically having some fun.
You mentioned once that if somebody wanted to find you and talk to you, the best place was the farmer's market. Is that still the case?
Oh, yes. Every Friday, Watsonville Farmers Market, downtown Watsonville. My location there at the farmers market is on the corner of Peck and Main Street. I have a booth there that has big banners that says Monterey Bay Murals, the name of the business. Every Friday, I get the support of the community coming down, and as they come down, they ask if there's any new projects, and I let them know if there is or isn't. If not, people come down and share some ideas, and then we do figure out ways on how to get those ideas going and how to get the project started. It's really been a really cool meet place for people to come to, and not only just to talk about art and everything in general, but they just come to hang out, have a good time, and enjoy the produce of the local farms here from Watsonville as well.
That sounds wonderful. Is there anything else you'd like to add that I haven't asked you?
The many hats that I wear, I'm an arts commissioner for the Santa Cruz County of Santa Cruz. Mm-hmm. And it's been very interesting to see the types of projects that have been happening throughout the county. And I'm also now part of the Parks and Recs Commission and learning more about how that part of the city works, and hopefully seeing if there's any ways that I can share some ideas to make something happen here in Watsonville that will eliminate the statement that I said earlier about there's nothing to do here in Watsonville, right? I mean, we do have our parks, and our parks are used quite a bit, which is good. But we need something here that's art, entertainment, fun to go to. Bowling alleys, we need a bowling alley back, I guess. I only say that just because I grew up here and there was a bowling alley here. But any other ideas, that's why we have the community, and that's why the community needs to come together to share those ideas so that the city and everybody in it knows what we need to do in order to make that happen.
I can just imagine you and all your young friends out there painting on all the bowling balls in the bowling alley.
You know what? That would be awesome. I think we would be out there doing some kind of a bowling theme on a bowling alley. One idea I did have too, and I did share this with the Parks and Recs folks from Watsonville, was that why don't we put up free walls? These could be like pieces of plywood that's propped up off the ground somehow, or against a wall, or someplace in our parks. I mentioned this idea to them. It's like, why don't we put up pieces of plywood or have a section of a building sectioned off where artists can come out and paint murals? It would forever be an ongoing project, just like the movable mural idea, but make it in a way where it's free and open. I think that would be a really fun idea, something where it's free and open. You can paint something just as long as it's family friendly. That's all we ask. And paints and everything else would be donated or purchased, somehow through fundraising. That's one idea that I hope to see someday.
And you also said something about how you don't regard taggers and graffiti artists as a danger to murals, that you have a way of bringing them into the project. Could you talk about that?
Yeah. I don't consider taggers, graffiti artists, I don't consider anything or any one of them bad. When it comes to graffiti and murals and tagging, it's all the same. All it is it's an artist who goes out and paints on the side of a building, a side of a fence, side of a traffic box, and they're putting up their artwork. The difference is one is without permission and one is with permission, obviously. And I think that's why the one without permission is considered to be looked at as evil and bad. But honestly, it's people trying to express themselves. And if we don't give them that freedom and ability to express themselves somehow, they're going to do it one way or another, somehow in some way. And I feel like it's time to band all the artists together and make it so that there is a space. There is a space for people to share their feelings. There is a space for people to get creative. There is a space where it's safe for these guys to come into and do what they want to do on a wall or on a piece of wood or on a piece of canvas. It doesn't matter. Just, make sure that it's something that it's safe and everybody knows about it so that there's no issues. And I think if we can create a space like that, this whole graffiti thing, and if an artist goes out into the public, they're defacing property. I think that's the word they use, right? Defacing. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure if we have a space like that, you would see less of that happening.
And you've actually worked together with some graffiti artists on the same project, haven't you? And learned from them.
I do. Every artist that I've worked with, I've gained some kind of new knowledge of how to do things easier, how to do things faster, how to improve my painting style, how to improve my technique. And that's what I really love about this mural painting and the fact of being involved with the community and working together with the community, is that I've learned so much from everybody that I've interacted with, even if they came and they're not artists themselves, but they've mentioned ideas. It's all been positive, educational.
And I believe you said that your most recent project was in Watsonville at the bus station.
Mm-hmm. Right now there's a mural that's being painted entitled Community. And the imagery of that mural is images from the different types of communities that make up Watsonville and the surrounding area. So here in Watsonville, we have many different communities. We have the Japanese community, Chinese, Filipino, Hawaiian, Croatian community. We've got people who are from Central America, people from South America as well. In this mural, we have at least 1-2 images that represent that community and the region from where they migrated from. It's really neat because this mural, since the beginning, I've had different kinds of people, especially at the bus station. We get different kinds of people coming in and out of there, and they share our stories when they see something they recognize that relates to a family member or that relates to their homeland. Or I'll start to hear stories, get more motivated, and they too have been able to help me paint this mural. Some just share with us the stories, but others also participate in the painting process. So the title of this piece, even before we started, is community, but it really is community, and the community is uniting in this project because they come and help out and tell us stories and keep us going, keep us motivated. Everybody's been really excited about this project, and I'm really excited to get it done. It was put on hold because of the whole COVID thing, but I'm really excited to get this one finished.
I'm just so impressed with all the projects you've talked about, and above all, the way you've used the projects to bring people together, which at this time is particularly important with all the things that tend to separate us.
Yeah, it's been some hard times recently, but I feel like we'll get through this, and then we'll get back on track. And even from what we learned out of all that's going on in the world, we'll figure it out, and we'll continue spreading that education through the arts here in Watsonville. Definitely.
Thank you so very much, Paul.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's nice meeting you finally, and thank you for having me on board. And if anything, if anybody would like to contact me, you can find me online at mbmurals.com, and it's short for Monterey Bay Murals, but mbmurals.com is the website, and same thing goes for Instagram and Facebook, MB Murals. But every Friday, downtown Watsonville Farmers Market, that's where I'm at. If anybody wants to call me, 831-600-5445. And another quick thing that I'd like to add, if I can.
Sure.
So throughout the years, my connection with different organizations. So even though I started in 2008 with painting murals, 2008, fast forward to now, I now participate with the Watsonville Film Festival. So I'm the person that you would see about printing their shirts and their merchandise and their mugs, and everything that they sell goes back into the film festival itself. So little things have been happening where, because I'm an artist, because I do this, I do murals and things, I also print T-shirts, I also do embroidery work, all this stuff for my business. But word's gotten around, and now I'm a part of the film festival and worked with the Digital Nest on a few projects since 2008. It's just been growing, but it's like making that friendship connection, that collaborative connection through friendship, I think is really what's made it really strong, and it's made it so that it continues. So I'm very grateful for that. I'm very honored for that.
Thank you, Paul. It's been an honor to talk to you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, and have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.